So one of the most important things that we all learned after the 2016 sinkhole in Fraser on 15 Mile Road is that we have to inspect our underground. Even though it's out of sight, it can't be out of mind. And after the sinkhole happened, what we actually did was we inspected 17 miles of what is known as the MID. That's the Macomb Interceptor Drainage District. We actually inspected 17 miles, but that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And guess what? We're about to re-inspect it again. In fact, not only are we going to re-inspect that 17 miles of underground, we're doing a comprehensive inspection program all through our underground that the Public Works has jurisdiction over in Macomb County. Almost 26 miles, about 26 miles of underground is about to be inspected. So we're going to be competitively bidding this. First of all, that's something we take very seriously. Accountability, transparency, open bidding so that you get competitive pricing, and quality as well. Just as important, if not more than the cost, of course, is quality work. But anyway, so we're going to be inspecting here 26 miles of underground. This is obviously the northern part of Macomb County up by 26 Mile. Our interceptor, our North Gratiot interceptor runs down here through Lenox Township, through Chesterfield. What we call the Lakeshore Arm comes down through Harrison Township into Clinton Township here. This is I-94 here, but it turns right here, what we call the Clintondale Pump Station. And then it goes down 15 Mile Road, and it goes all the way down 15 Mile Road here. It also has what we call the Romeo Arm that runs way up into the north here, up through, again, Clinton Township, up into Macomb Township. But here in Sterling Heights, in the Sterling Heights area along 15 Mile Road, you can see that this interceptor runs down the, I always call it the DTE corridor, but it's the ITC corridor now, where all the big transmission grid is, right? And so this is very important, obviously, that we're inspecting all of this well. This is where we intersect with Oakland County. So Oakland County and Macomb counties, all then, and of course it eventually goes down into Wayne County, into Detroit for proper treatment for all of our sewage. But we need to make sure that we're inspecting everything, right? Sometimes you have to spend a dime to save $1. And so we have a number of manholes that are all going to be inspected here as well. Actually 363 manholes that we're going to be inspecting as well. Got to make sure the manholes are all right, that the concrete collar is okay. Looking at all of our underground infrastructure. We have a number of different drop shafts that we're going to be inspecting. What happens, particularly at these interceptors that are very low under the ground, right, 60 feet under the ground, there's what they call drop shafts. So when the sewage is coming in from the individual municipalities into the interceptor, it drops a long way. And you have to make sure that these drop shafts are done properly as well so that we don't have issues. Anyway, it's quite a complicated situation, but most important is inspect, right? You gotta have eyes on. You have to make sure that you go through your normal inspection protocols and that you do it regularly. And as I say, we already inspected the MID here, 17 miles of it, 3 years ago, and we're doing it again. And so we think that this is the largest inspection program ever in Macomb County. In fact, I'm just going to tell you, it is. It's the largest one ever for our underground. It's very comprehensive. We're going to be bidding it out shortly, and we expect to have select a contractor for this work and have this work begin as soon as we can. So we have to take care of all of our underground so that we never have incidents like we did in Fraser with the sinkhole. We have to inspect. They use a lot of interesting technology now to inspect, where they can really see very well with different kinds of technologies that they use as they're videotaping all of this infrastructure so that they can really identify what a situation calls for. And then we're going to obviously take all of that information. We'll put together a capital improvements program. We'll prioritize it, we'll cost it out, and we're going to start keeping up. We have to keep up with it. So just like you have to do in your own house, right? You have to keep up with things. We have to do that with our underground, and we're doing it. So thanks for joining us.